What it do, Facebook? What it do, YouTube? What it do, Instagram? What it is, what it ain't, and what it will be, and what it will not be. How y'all doing on this beautiful Saturday night? I know a lot of people are getting ready to turn up, head out to the clubs, put yourselves in the line in danger. Why do that when you can chill in the house? Why do that when you can find you a nice little shebang to cuddle up to and enjoy life, man? At some age, bro, you gotta get that shit to the kids. For everybody that's in my age bracket, 30 and up, if it ain't a date night, what the fuck is y'all going out for? What is y'all going out for when you got beautiful content like this that I'm getting ready to present to you? Today, as you can see, the topic, what is the topic? The topic for today is pretty privilege and starstruck followers. So, within my social media journey, I've come to realize a lot of different things. I've come to realize how people are influenced to follow people. I've come to realize the actions that people usually take when they do follow people. And I've come to realize who people usually follow. So in this live stream, we're going to be equivocally breaking down what pretty privilege is. We're going to be breaking down who the fuck people are following, why they are following them, and does it align with a positive agenda. So starting out, I'm going to play a video. It is entitled Enough is Enough by comedian Ali Sequid, I believe his name is. Please forgive me if I fuck up my nigga's name. Very monumental individual. And y'all just take a second to listen to what my brother has to say.
And niggas is waiting on entertainers to do it for, but it's real people out here that's been doing this shit that niggas never look at. And that's the fucked up part, cause it's I need a sensational nigga to tell me how to do something. But it's a nigga in your neighborhood that's been showing you the fucking way. You see what I'm saying? But niggas don't care about that shit. I need you to have on jewels and all this other shit, which is fucking fucked up. Cause you creating a system of people who only look at niggas who have material gains to listen to. And these not the great thinkers of this fucking world. It's nobody quoting these niggas as the great thinkers of this world. But that's the niggas who niggas look at. But the niggas who are really in depth and who have solutions for this shit, who don't never think about can't. Never think about can't. They got solution based. I don't listen to problems to gossip with niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I understand. But niggas don't have no fucking heart. And that's the thing. You can't go to war with niggas who love tangible things. And niggas talk that fucking warrior shit, but these niggas is so unproven. They so unproven. But you give your loyalty to niggas who are unproven. Who do shit for money and that's it. They don't do shit for the love of the people. And the biggest commodity of anything is the fucking people. It's no you without the people. You give a fuck how much money you got. The pandemic showed, nigga, with no people, nigga, you're nothing. I survived with the people. It's niggas that's growing food when niggas is hungry. Nigga, we got a garden, we growing food for niggas. You ain't gotta go to the grocery store. That's the real shit. I don't give a fuck about your Maserati, nigga, because it doesn't help me in the pandemic. When you got a nigga who understands herbs and shit and he saved your daughter's life, nigga, this ain't shit I gotta guess about. This shit that when I'm holding a fucking, my baby in her hand, she this big. And she's 1 year old. And she weighed 10 pounds. And they about to cut her stomach open.
My baby weighs
enough is enough. Okay.
Okay, bet. Here we go. My mic's back on. Like I was saying, I agree with all of everything that he said. I totally agree, equivocally agree. I feel like it's extremely peculiar that we as a people only associate information or receive information from those that we feel like are superstars. That's part of the reason why I wanted to entitle this "The Follower of Superstars." It's just, let's think back. Martin Luther King was not rich. Malcolm X was not rich. Marcus Garvey, not rich. Huey P. Newton, not rich. So how is it that society has fundamentally reconstructed our brains to believe that the only people that can give you information are people that have collected the most amount of money? It's really crazy to me. It's really crazy, and it's to our own detriment, because ultimately, from the outside looking in, the people that control, who have the most amount of money, are not us. And I'm just going to leave it at that. They're not us. They're not us. They're not the minority by any shape, form, or fashion. Whatever race you are, they're not you. So they are fundamentally crafting who they want to have in the spotlight, based off of who they choose to be house niggas. That's literally what it is. They literally decide, okay, we like his dance and beat and the way he shakes, so we're going to allow him to be financially savvy. And we know as long as he's financially savvy, he has tangible things that everyone else can relate to. They'll listen to him. We're going to tell him everything we want him to say. And we're going to continue to force feed this information to you. Like, you really, when did it become like this until the internet? Like, information is an indefinite thing that we have to study on all sides. Not just the information we're receiving, how we're receiving the information, why are we receiving the information that we're receiving, etc., etc., etc. Because it's literally a snowball effect. It starts small and then it continues to form and make this big fucking problem that we're at right now, where our kids won't know of anyone that isn't a superstar taking information from them. They won't. Your children, you'll be damned if they look at you unless you're financially savvy, if they listen to your ass. The generation after my generation, they're not listening to anyone that isn't in the spotlight. Anyone that isn't a superstar. And these motherfuckers are the worst of the worst. All these superstars, all these influential individuals, nobody is doing shit of any merit. And we put all of our energy into them. We give them all of our money. Motherfucker ain't never been to your neighborhood, ain't never motherfucking did so much as put a light post at a fucking bus stop. But we give them everything. And we put them on a pedestal. You guys don't think that this is part of a plan, part of an agenda? Like, you really have to sit back and think, why is it that we only accept information from people that are fucking rich? Why is that? Why is it that we only accept information from people that, well, for one, I know for a fact it's because they're the one that is most projected. As far as platforms go, you're going to go with what you see the most, of course. But outside of that, it's like, when are we going to start realizing it's not working? When are we going to start realizing the shit that they tell us is not motherfucking plausible? Take, for instance, we had the first panel last night. One of the topics that we addressed was Sierra and the song "This Is For My Girls." Now here is Sierra's rich ass. I've never heard in her entire career, I think she has like a 10-year-long fucking career, she's never been fucking single. She went from 50 Cent to Bow Wow to Future to Russell Wilson, but yet she's making songs. This is for my independent girls. This is like, You don't find that to be peculiar? You don't see anything wrong with that. She's influencing you to be an independent woman, but she is anything but. She's never been an independent woman. She's never been in the fucking pendant. She's always been interdependent. She's always been a wife. She's always been a help me of some sort. But she projects to you to be an independent woman because she knows you'll buy it. Because she knows that it's financially savvy. We as a people really got to get to the point where we start opening our eyes and start realizing that this shit just ain't right, bro. It's not fucking right. We need to change the narrative of who we exonerate. Stop looking at what people look like and listen to what the fuck they say. Listen to the plights and principles behind their words and their actions. Because if not, nigga, you're just going to be force-fed what they want you to have. And outside of that, it's going to be null and void. So this is going to be the second part of this live stream. Oh, it's crazy. I be going to, when I go to YouTube to try to find my video I'm getting ready to watch, I be seeing myself live and it just feels weird. Okay, this is the second part of this live stream that we're going to dissect, and it is entitled Pretty Privilege. And I feel like this directly correlates because just as we only and take information from superstars, the same thing is so when it comes to pretty girls. Like, you really don't realize how much power these pretty motherfuckers have. I had an argument with a young lady not too long ago, and I find within myself, because I talk to so many people and I have a discourse with so many people, that I don't want to be biased on any playing field. Fucking with me, the prettier you are, more than likely the harder I'm gonna go, just because I don't want niggas to be like, oh, he's just saying that because she's pretty. And this is the case a lot of the times. So this video is not going to touch on any of the principles that I'm going to discuss, but she is going to describe the negative effects of having pretty privilege. I feel like a lot of these pretty girls, when they get about 40, 35, life is going to be extremely mentally challenging based off of all of the stipulations in which they face in being a pretty girl. Is pretty privilege really a privilege? Is pretty privilege really a privilege? Here we go.
My name is Rainy, and welcome to my channel. So today I wanted to touch on this topic that I'm seeing circulate around the internet on all the socials about pretty privilege. I feel like everyone's mentioning like the positives and the great things that come with being pretty, but nobody's really touching on the negative side of things when it comes to being pretty. So I wanted to kind of like chime in and give my opinion on that. And by the way, I literally just woke up like 15, 20 minutes ago and just decided to make this
She's
video.
definitely, hold on, let me pause this. She's definitely the poster child for pretty privilege. I'm not saying that to be an asshole. She's just beautiful. Did you hear what she said? I just woke up like this. Girl, you woke up like this? Lord bless your heart. Bless your heart, child.
But I promise I look cute regularly. Okay, so let's get into it. Okay, so the first thing on this topic that's a con, I would have to say, is the constant attention that you receive when you're pretty. And I know from the outside looking in, like, that sounds really nice and everything. Like, constantly people being like, oh, you're so pretty. I love your hair. Where'd you get your lashes? What lipstick are you wearing? Where'd you get your outfit? And it's like, that's beautiful and all. But there are days where, like, I literally don't want to say anything to anyone, but I constantly feel like I have to be on go. And it's like, oh, thank you, girl. Oh, yeah, I got this at Sephora. Like, oh, yeah, I use this flat iron for my hair. Whoop-de-whoop. And it's like, you feel like you always got to be on go. And it's like, sometimes I don't have the energy to be doing all that, although I really do appreciate the compliments. I just don't want to be rude. So I have to kind of like play up my personality when I'm not really in the mood for that all the time. And another thing with the constant attention is the male attention. I know a lot of women seek that and like are jealous of other women who get that, but honestly, like it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's actually really exhausting. And people automatically assume that you're like a and you're sleeping with all these dudes and you literally like trying your best to get them away from you. So it's a common misconception. And another thing with the guys, when you do select your one or two to sleep with, it gets spread like wildfire because they want to brag. Whereas the ugly girl who really slept with 20 dudes, nobody ever hears about it or speaks about it because it's not like, a trophy for the dude to go spread around and tell the guys and. And another piece to this is the jealousy or the prejudice that we experience, like when you're meeting people, like women especially. I find it really hard to even make friends or acquaintances because it's like I'm already prejudged before we even say hello. Like I literally come into the room like, oh, hey girl, like how you doing? And it's like, hi, like, damn. It's like, damn, what did I do to you? I don't know you from a can of paint. Like, why are you acting like that, girl? What's the tea? But I don't know. It just really it's hard. It really is hard. And you could be the sweetest, most funny, like most positive person in the room, and you still will get those dirty looks. And it's like, relax. I find myself avoiding even like the double date or the meet the guy friend's girlfriend type of thing because it's like I'm not gonna be received well. Like no matter how chipper I am to meet this girl, she's still probably gonna be like, There's a select few that I've met and it was a vibe, you know what I'm saying? Because they weren't prejudging me off of my look. So yeah, I'm usually greeted with like a real stank attitude, a non-welcoming feeling, people thinking I'm conceited or I'm stuck up before even a word comes out of my mouth. And it's like, it feels almost as if my presence bothers you and I'm merely just standing here minding my business, not even saying anything, not even looking at you. You know what I mean? And it's sad. It really is sad. Women, we gotta do better. We gotta do better, girl. Because personally, I like to be friends with bad bitches. Okay? Like, girl, you look good. That outfit look good. Like, what can you do? So yeah, people tend to just like not even give you a chance, and it sucks. But another thing is like the prejudgment. Like people either assume you're not smart, you can't hold a conversation, you don't work hard, you can't possibly be qualified for this or that position, you're shallow, materialistic, maybe you're boring, all you care about is your looks. And it's just like these things couldn't be further from the truth for most of us. And if you just gave us a chance, you would see that. If you're wondering why I keep looking down and around, it's because I have notes right here. So don't mind me. I'm forgetful. So notes are necessary. Okay, now the biggest thing that I feel like is a problem with pretty privilege is the harassment that we deal with on a day-to-day basis. Whether you're walking into Walmart, grocery shopping around the store, pumping your gas, like the constant gawking, the noises, the comments, the inappropriate just behavior that men do is just really like you got to deal with the whistles, the oh, where your man at? Why you ain't smiling? You too pretty to be carrying your own groceries. You need help unloading your stuff into the car, and it's like, no, I'm just here.
Alright, she's just gonna keep talking about the same thing, so I'm not going to continue that video. You get the point. I'm pretty sure a lot of you know what pretty privilege is, and I just wanted to offer the opportunity to present it from a light in which is not biased before I decide to start tearing apart pretty privilege. My problem with pretty privilege, as a woman, if you have pretty privilege, you have entire too much power. Literally, it's unspoke of power. So I'll speak on a situation that I just recently had. Someone made a post and they asked men to state what their preference was. A lady, who in my personal opinion has pretty privilege, commented that what did she say? she said she commented on a man's preference. He said he doesn't like for his woman, to go to the club. And she basically said something along the lines of, that's weird or some shit like that. And when I see shit like that, it literally pisses me off because you're attempting to derail someone's personal preference. And in doing so, that's not just singularly what you're doing. Really what you're doing is creating a perception based off the fact that you may not know, you may know that you have influence. Pretty women have influence that is just about hand in fucking hand with influencers, superstars. They literally have that persona. You heard what she said, the things that she goes through every day with the guys gawking at her. She can't go to the gas station. She later in the video, she talks about how she even dumbs down her beauty sometimes because she can't stand the attention that she gets. Literally, women that have pretty privilege have about the same equivocal interaction as a superstar. Depending on how beautiful you are, depending on your phone blows up just like superstars. When you're around, people attempt to get into your graces just like superstars. There is not one thing on the earth that, let me reframe this to make it sound right. We are, as men, put on this earth to reprocreate. There's not much shit we wouldn't do on this earth to do so. Especially with the beautiful lady. And I find it that a lot of the time, this whole social media thing took everybody by storm, and we don't have any merit to how to interact. So a lot of people attempt to interact on social media how they would interact in the real life, when in reality, social media is not fucking real. So there becomes a discourse when men get on social media and they interact how they interact in real life based off of the template of trying to get some fucking pussy. There's so many times to where I'll have a conversation and it's empowering men, and I end up fighting with men about trying to empower them because there was a beautiful girl that came on the post and disagreed with me, and he believes that if he now agrees with her, she's gonna, by some fucking chance under the fucking sun, give him some pussy or just give him some attention. And this is my equivocal problem with pretty privilege. The amount of power that you have and the influence that you have. And you need to realize, as a person that has power and has influence, what you were influencing the people that you were following to fucking do. To believe. A lot of these girls that have pretty privilege are fucking dumb as a box of rocks. Literally dumb as a box of rocks. They go off emotion. Most of their sentiments are based off of how they feel, not based off of facts. So then they project how they feel, and everyone motherfucking negates it. Doesn't negate it. They accept it. Without any question, they accept it because she's pretty. It's almost like being in high school. Everybody agrees with the fucking pretty girl. All the girls agree with her because they want to be next to her to be looked at as pretty as well. All the guys agree with her because they want to fuck. And it's to our detriment because now we have these idiot fucking women that have all this power influencing people to do or say idiotic shit. 90% of the time, the men, when you get an erection, the blood that is used to ejaculate, to blow up your dick, it comes from your head and your fucking feet. The blood that circulates from your feet, a percentage of it goes to your penis. The blood that circulates from your head, a percentage of it goes to your fucking penis. Have you ever tried to bust a nut standing up? You ever try to fuck standing up? Or have you ever tried to do the wheelbarrow? You realize how complicated it is? It's because there's not much blood circulating through your feet. Not only that, there's not much blood circulating through your head because it is all penetrating to your penis to make it erect. Men, Stop making conscious decisions when you are physically affected. Stop making... That's why when you see a lot of CEOs and boardrooms and shit, they won't allow the women that are within the industry to wear provocative clothes. Because they know this nigga is not going to fucking be the leader we need him to be with Shirley over here with her titties out. He gonna say whatever the fuck he want Shirley to hear so he can fuck Shirley. And then as far as social media goes, a lot of men believe that it's not our place as a man to state our opinion. I don't know where you niggas got that shit. I don't know who taught you niggas that you're not supposed to say what the fuck is right, say what the fuck you stand for, and say what the fuck you don't stand for. I don't know what pretty girl, because that's who it was. If it wasn't your mama, nigga, it was a pretty girl that told you that it was unmanlike for you to fucking state your opinion. And you believed it. You fucking believed it. We have to realize these vices. Catch yourself, man. You're in an argument or a conversation and you find yourself siding with a pretty girl, go bust a nut. And then come back and reassess the situation. I swear to God, go beat your fucking dick, nigga. When you come in and you're in a political position in which there's a pretty girl that's influenced, nigga, go beat your dick. And then come back and see if you still have that same stance. It's a must that you realize that you're not acting on full cylinders. You're not firing on all cylinders. The blood, once again, that ejaculates your penis comes from your feet and your fucking head. So when you are aroused, you are not thinking properly, and more than likely your ass can't move as fast as you would like to. So do not make irrational decisions based off of a physical feature in front of your fucking face. I can't stand you bitch ass niggas. The chick, she look good, titties out on Facebook. She say the sky is motherfucking green. You agree with it. It does look a little green today. Nigga, you horny, nigga. She's not gonna fuck you because you agree. I promise you I get more pussy than you niggas from disagreeing with these women because all y'all agree she knows you're disingenuous. At least she knows with me I'm telling the fucking truth. You don't even know you telling a lie with your stupid ass. You just going with the shit like a little puppy. Who the fuck wants a little puppy agree to everything they fucking say? Now don't get me wrong. If there's an intelligent girl, pretty privileged, she says some shit that's right, I'm gonna be like, that's beautiful, queen. You said the right shit. But if she says some wrong shit, I promise you, I go even harder on girls that have pretty privilege. Because I don't want a motherfucker to be like, he just be agreeing with her because he just want to fuck her. Because that's what a lot of y'all do. And you don't think she knows. You don't think she knows that you're just attempting to fuck. She's not going to give you any pussy. Listen to me. She is not going to fuck you. You're just going to look like an idiot amongst other men. That's real men. But she's not going to give you no pussy. She's not going to respond to that DM because you agreed with her, fool. Like, you niggas got to start thinking, bro. And outside of privilege, us as a fucking society, not black culture, not white polka dot, as a society, we have to start thinking. Who are we listening to? Who influences us to buy the underwear we buy? Who influences us to buy the t-shirts we buy? Who influences us to buy the fucking food we buy? Fucking rappers. You niggas is buying all the shit you... Fucking rappers. Everybody want a Cadillac, Mercedes, fucking rappers. You don't see one rapper influencing you to go buy a house. Influencing you to go buy some stocks, some bonds, invest in a business. They all talking about rapper chips. They all got weed now. Nigga, do y'all not see that they're never going to influence us to do anything influential? You got rappers and you got fucking pretty privilege. They're literally hand in hand. And I just showed the video that shows that they literally, women that have pretty privilege experience the same amount of motherfucking attention as a rap superstar. And that's why I actually wanted to make this video, because I feel like psychologically that has to do something to you. Psychologically, like, pretty women always got to be on guard. She always has to be on guard. She always has to be thinking, looking behind her shoulder. And then not only for a man, it's different because, bitch, we gonna bang. For a woman, it's a need of that protection that a lot of the times is not there. That causes psychological trauma. You living day to day through this shit every day. The lady, she said sometimes she'll go to a gas station. She won't even go to that bitch because she see people outside of it. She see niggas outside. She's not even gonna go. Like, for you to be consciously thinking of that all the time, psychologically that does something to you. And I'm telling you now, any lady that has pretty privilege, has experienced pretty privilege, go get fucking therapy. To be able to express the things that you go through as far as dealing with other women, dealing with men, dealing with yourself. Like, it's trauma. It's traumatizing. I sympathize with you. I sympathize with you. Now back to these bitch ass niggas. Stop listening to these women unless they say something that is of merit. Stop simply agreeing because you want to fuck her. She's not going to fuck you, bro. She's not. I'm telling you now. There is 50 other niggas that said the same shit. Oh yeah, you was right, Susie, and you're so fucking smart, and she knows she's dumb as a box of rocks. It's like giving somebody some shit that they don't deserve. They're not going to value it. They're not going to appreciate it. I'll give you another example. My daughter, my beautiful baby. I have bought this child damn near 8 phones in the past 2 years. And I just finally, I only keep getting them because I want to have direct contact with her. But I had to tell myself, like, she doesn't value this shit. Every time she breaks one, you just go get another one. And that's the same thing with y'all. How is she going to value you telling her she's right when 50 other niggas just said she's right? She knows she's wrong. She knows she's just saying some shit because it sounds good. And then some of the times they don't even know they're wrong because they've been influenced by another pretty girl or a fucking rapper. We really have to start thinking about the information that we are intaking. Who's giving us the information? I want to say to all the women that have pretty privilege, I understand. I really never looked at it, in this light until she explained and expressed all the shit that y'all go through. Y'all go through a lot. Having that, I get a lot of attention, and I'm like, nigga, this shit is draining at times. Like, extremely draining to respond, to post, to... And then I have a manager that actually responds for me, and because he can gain responses to things that I've already posted. He knows, like, after I post this is something along the lines that you should post. But everything else is my response. Everything else is my content. And it's draining. It's extremely draining. Just make sure, if you have pretty privilege, that you are mentally sound. Because it's not always going to be there. It's going to feel different when it goes. It's going to feel weird as fuck while you have it. It's almost like when you're a fucking king and everybody is just, yes, sir. Like, nobody can test anything you say. You're living in an echo chamber. You understand? You understand what that means? You're living in an echo chamber. Everything you say is bond. There's no contesting it. And that's extremely scary when you don't have anyone to say, you know what? You should look at this in a different light. They're not going to tell you that because they're going to tell you what you want to hear because they want to fuck you. You have to realize your plight. You have to realize your position in life. You have to realize how you can capitalize off of it. You have to realize how you can allow your beauty to capitalize for the majority. Like, it's everything happens for a reason, but what's the shit they used to say in the fucking Bible? When you get a lot of favor, motherfucker, it's tended that you're gonna be expected a lot too. A lot is expected of you. If you get a lot of favor, a lot is expected of you. Don't just swindle your pretty. Use it morally and to the good. Let's use it. You got influence? Actually do the research. Actually figure out what's going on. Actually talk to some of these ugly bitches. Figure out why relationships are going out they're going. Because for you, it doesn't look as it may seem because you have pretty privilege. Talk to people. Get out your bubble. If you're going to be an influencer and influencing people on shit, make sure you have all the information. Don't just give subjective views. Don't just say shit, financial compensation, because you're going to get money. A nigga will throw you a bag. Just morally make sure everything aligns. And that's my only little tea I got for y'all today. If you just tuning in, you can go back and watch it. This video will probably be up for about 24 hours. Disclaimer, all my videos, I'm keeping them up for 24 hours and I'm taking them down. If you want to watch the full video, you have to go to, let me put the link in the chat. You have to go to shut the F hashtag up and hold up, I'm lagging. I can't see. TALK. Okay. This is the name of the YouTube channel. Right there, the logo. This is the actual YouTube logo and all this shit. So if you actually want to watch, oh, it's actually on there anyway. Okay, filthy. I think I'm commenting on YouTube. So if you actually want to watch any of my videos, any of my live streams, they will not be left on Facebook for longer than 24 hours. You will have to go to YouTube and subscribe, and you'll be able to watch all of my live streams. All of the up and coming Shut the Fuck Up and Talk panels will be there. I appreciate y'all. Gotta stop saying appreciate you guys for tuning in. Continue to do what you do and we can all shine. Respect. Hold up, let me get outro.